All right, welcome to a special Halloween edition of the comic book column for NorthcentralPA.com. I'm Brett Crosley, your comic book extraordinaire, I guess. So here we go. Let's get into it. Halloween's one of the best months of the year for comic books, and I picked out some ones that I think are really nice and fitting of the season. I have to say this one came as a recommendation from John and Tracy at Isle of Comics. I can't thank them enough for recommending this. This is called Something is Killing the Children. And this is a story that centers around a small town where murders are being committed. And a young lady with one of the best names in comic books named Erica Slaughter comes to town and starts to unravel the mysteries and everything that's going on. This comic is absolutely one of my favorite. I'm only 5 issues into it because I read the trade. The artwork in it is absolutely unique. The storytelling is award-winning. Got our little award right there that says it's awesome. But I highly recommend this story. It's full of mysteries and full of all kinds of fun stuff. I will say though, it's an adult-themed comic book, and the title is pretty straightforward with what it deals with. So you might not, if you're a younger viewer, you might not be as interested in it, or if you're a parent of a comic book fan, you might want to steer them clear of this one, but I would highly recommend it to anybody who likes good storytelling and good artwork. The next comic book kind of fits the theme of Halloween, but I wanted to bring it out because this is an official copy of Marvel's first trade paperback for the Alien series. We touched on it. The story centers around a guy who works high up in the Weyland-Yutani organization, and his son is kind of a renegade that wants to take the organization down. They end up in space, aliens, attacks, and everything happen. But it's really cool to see that Marvel is taking this franchise seriously. I know we've talked about it a lot, but here it is, the first 6 issues all connected or all collected and tucked into one nice fun issue. I have recommended this series on here before, and I'll do it again, so make sure you pick that up. If you haven't read any of them, here they are all collected. Next comic book is one that I just started. It's called The Chicken Devil. It's a super independent comic book. It's a story about a guy named Mitch Moss who owns a fast food restaurant, and his partner in the restaurant ends up making some deals with some bad people. And the story centers around him trying to juggle all this stuff and family life and all this fun stuff. And I don't want to give anything away, but the first issue literally ends on a bang. But what's really cool about it is, for this being the first issue, they really went all out with the artwork and everything, because this is a fake menu for the restaurant that they've gone on and given you everything for. And one other thing I wanted to point out here is the conversation bubbles in this comic book are they're like none that I've really ever seen in comic books. We have the straight arrows to the bubbles, so it's kind of a cool twist on it. It's cool how they introduce the characters is a little different, and the cities and everything and the artwork. But yeah, I'm 1 issue into it, and I would highly recommend this comic book if you're into kind of craziness and fun stories. The last little bit of entertainment that I wanted to touch on is a Halloween themed game. We've talked about it before, Bloodborne. I recommend it for anybody that wants to have a fun night Sunday on Halloween. It's a dark game. It's fun. It's challenging. But the tie-in for comic books is in November, Titan Comics is releasing a 3-volume set of all the comic books collected in trade paperback form. So go out and get it. If you're the old blood, have fun with Yarnum. All right, so that's it. Those are all your comic books. Have fun. Go play PlayStation. Enjoy Bloodborne. I'm Brett Crosley, signing off for NorthcentralPA.com.